Sir. Ito po yung unang question namin. How do you encourage independence and responsibility in student during the late childhood period po?
For the first question, based on my experience, because I was a grade 7 teacher nung una kong dating dito, and the way na in-encourage ko sila to be independent and responsible sa ginagawa nila by means of giving them body system. Una, when it comes to the responsibility, like yung seatmate nila, they will make sure na maayos yung area nila, like simple way of picking up the piece of papers, arranging the chairs, so that they know that in that simple way, dapat makultivate nila yung pagiging responsible sa pagpasok nila sa next period, which is yung puberty nga, diba? Yan, and when it comes to the independence naman, siguro when it comes sa loob ng classroom, there are activities na kung saan even though they collaborate most of the time by means of groupings, pero I see to it na they will make tasks or I have tasks na kung saan magpapakita ng independence nila or paggawa on their own ng mga activities. So basically mga sa ganong parts, scenarios.
Second question po. What strategies do you use to address and prevent bullying or social conflict in the classroom?
As an advisor, it's a very difficult task din talaga to make sure that a classroom is a bullying-free classroom. Even though we have paraphernalia such as mga poster and a great reminder sa homeroom guidance activities, siguro another way or strategy ko rin is giving them time to talk din during homeroom time. Kung saan, aside sa officers, though, syempre, alam natin, officers, classroom officers are the representative, pero even yung mga non-officer students, I make sure that they have the time to talk to me, na there will be times kung saan nakaschedule sila upang makausap ko if there are problems. And if may problems between one student to the other, I will make sure na matatapos din yun on that day para pag-uusapin, ganun, and identify kung ano yung root cause ng naging problem, and yun, hindi lalabas ng, kunyari, ng classroom or ng room na hindi nagkakaayos. Siguro yun, reminders when it comes na ang eskwelahan ay no to bullying, it's a big stand, and reminders lang din na pangalagaan yung mga kaklase. Kasi we have a rule, 3 rules sa classroom. Respect, isa doon, respect yourself and others. Yan. So, dun yung pininpoint ko from the very beginning. And so far, naging effective siya sa strategy sa less na mga problems when it comes sa bullying.
Next po. Can you share some effective methods for promoting a positive attitude toward learning?
So, effective methods for promoting a positive attitude towards learning. Yan, unang-una, kailangan as a teacher, yung pagiging encourage is dapat nasa sayo na. So, unang-una, I see to it that ako rin, very motivated to teach, and makikita yun sa discussion, sa activities, yun siguro yung unang effective method na yung motivation to learn ay magsisimula na sa iyo bilang teacher. Kasi I always believe na even sa mga students, may mga matututunan tayo sa kanila. So yun, open mind when it comes on the teaching learning process. Yan. Pangalawa, pagkakaroon ng student-centered activities na kung saan mas malaya nilang may express yung mga gusto nilang way ng paggawa ng activity at pagkatuto din. So, yun yung mga effective ways na nagkakaroon ng positive attitude towards dun sa learning, na parang hindi sila nag-degrade as much as possible ng klase, but helping one another to attain the objective of the class.
So, yung pang-apat po, how do you encourage the student to participate in the class?
Yeah, so encourage, mahirap yan sa panghapon, especially ganito oras, siesta time. And pero siguro yun din, matagal ko naman na siya practice, like incorporating gamification sa klase, pagpapalaro as a form of motivation, and I am trying now na ipasok din siya even sa discussion proper para syempre di ba yung discussion proper, it's a very hard way na mapanatili mo, sabihin natin, maging participative ang mga bata. So yun, gamification, and another thing, nire-relate yung lesson, yung topic into today's news, yung mga trending, ganyan. Which is yun kasi yung mga terms na ng mga kabataan ngayon. So, yun, dapat ako personally, dapat updated ako kahit pa paano sa nangyari para may ko-connect ko. And may isip bata, sabi, parang may ignite, may isip ng bata na makikinig sa klase yun. Incorporating to the social issue.
So, what role do extracurricular activities play in the overall development of the students?
Sa akin as a MAPE teacher din, every time na, for example, i-announce ko pa lang na gagamit tayo ng court or labas sa classroom, masaya sila. So, when it comes on the extracurricular activities, malaking help siya sa mga estudyante, especially those who are struggling when it comes sa pagpa-participate sa loob ng classroom, discussion proper. Siguro yung mga extracurricular activities, nagiging good development sa kabuuan ng estudyante. Siyempre, reminder lang na it's not always about extracurricular activities, pero dapat mabalanse nila. So, good good development, good impact, yun ang ginagawa ng mga extracurricular activities.
Yung last question naman po, how do you encourage a sense of community and collaboration among students to enhance their learning experiences?
Okay, so sa collaboration, napaka-importante dyan na they need to know muna kung sino yung mga kasama nila sa collaboration, like sa mga groupings. Kaya every time that before we start every quarter, nagke-create kami ng simple parang team building activity. Ibibigay ko yung groupings, eventually may small activity that will enhance yung collaboration nila na sa mga susunod na mga activities, mas magiging maayos yung collaboration nila. Yan. So yun siguro yung way of encouraging them na parang giving another also chances to other student na mag-level up, na hindi lang yung mga common students na magiging leader, for example, but selecting students na may mga potential. And last school year, ginawa ko na siya, and maganda yung naging outcome noon when it comes sa collaboration. So in that way, di ba, may encouragement sa bata na there's a teacher na nakakita ng potential. Yun. So sa small team building din, mas napapakita nila na there's a chemistry sa grupo. Yun yung laging pinipinpoint sa kanila. Hanapin nyo yung chemistry ng grupo ninyo in order na magkaroon kayo ng magandang output as a class in collaborating sa mga gawain. When it comes sa sense of community, napaka-importante nung integration ng subject or lesson sa mga daily social issues. At the same time, yung localization. Yan. And sa school din, parang every performance task dapat magkakaroon to ng impact into the community. Yun yung mga nakita ko na way to encourage them na to give back to the community, and at the same time, as a group or as a class, mag-collaborate in order to produce a good output. Yun. So at some point, maganda ang feedback sa mga experiences ng estudyante when it comes on that particular technique. Yeah.
Thank you po. Yun lang po.
Thank